Some moments in life are so strange, so unexpected that they don't feel real at all. They feel like something borrowed from imagination, something that was never supposed to be captured. And yet, here they are, frozen forever on camera. What you are about to see is not ordinary footage. It is a collection of moments that challenge logic, disturb understanding, and leave one simple question hanging in the air. How is this even possible? At first glance, everything may seem normal. A simple scene, a regular environment, nothing unusual. But if you stay for a few seconds longer, something begins to shift. Something feels off, a shadow that moves without a source. A reflection that doesn't match reality.
Flash flood and have to run to
A
safety.
movement that happens a fraction too late or too early. And suddenly your mind starts questioning what it is actually seeing. Because the truth is, the human eye can be tricked. But a camera? A camera is supposed to capture reality exactly as it is. No feelings, no imagination, just truth. So when a camera records something that breaks every rule of logic, it becomes something far more unsettling. It becomes evidence of something we cannot explain. And what makes it even more disturbing is not just what happens, but how casually it happens. No warning, no explanation, just a moment that shouldn't exist, appearing in the most normal setting imaginable. Before we go further into these unbelievable captures, if you are enjoying this journey into the strange and unexplained, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Because what you are about to see is just the beginning. And there are many more moments like these waiting to be uncovered. So don't miss out, stay connected, and keep watching till the end. Now imagine standing in a place you know very well. Everything feels familiar, the air, the sound, the light, all normal. And then suddenly, something appears that doesn't belong. Not in that place, not in that moment. It's there for just a second, and then it's gone. But the camera caught it, clear as day. No blur, no mistake. Just something that shouldn't exist. And that's when things get uncomfortable. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. Your brain tries to explain it. A trick of light, a glitch, a coincidence. But deep down, something doesn't accept those answers. Something tells you there is more to it. In another clip, everything starts completely ordinary. People walking, talking, living their normal lives. And then suddenly, the atmosphere changes. Not physically, but visually. It's as if reality itself hesitates for a moment. A freeze in time that lasts less than a second, but feels much longer when you replay it. And in that fraction of time, something impossible happens right in front of everyone. Yet no one reacts in the moment. That's what makes these recordings so disturbing. Not just the events themselves, but the fact that they go unnoticed while they happen. As if reality glitches for just a moment, and only the camera is aware of it. You start to wonder, how many moments like this go unrecorded every day? How many times does reality bend, shift, or glitch without anyone even realizing it? And then there are those clips that feel even more unsettling. Not because something big happens, but because something small behaves in a way it absolutely should not. A simple nation.
These are the craziest nature videos from the past 10 years.
But not everything can be so easily dismissed. Some moments feel too real, too raw, too perfectly captured to be ignored. And the strangest part is, the people who experience these moments often don't even realize what happened until later, when they watch the footage again, when they pause, rewind, slow it down, and then they see it.
This man went on a tour boat to visit the glaciers in
everything
Iceland
was
when a piece of the
always
glacier
there.
actually broke
They just
off
didn't
and fell
notice it
into the
at the
water.
It makes you think differently about the world around you. About how many things happen in the background of our lives that we never pay attention to. How much we miss while we are focused on everything else. And just when you think you have seen enough,
thing I've ever tried
another clip appears. Even more confusing, even harder to explain. Something that seems to bend the very idea of physical reality.
Back in 2017,
Objects behaving like
Greenland
they are
was hit
not
with a
bound by
tsunami.
normal rules. Movement that defies expectation. A sequence that makes you pause and replay it again and again, trying to understand what went wrong, or what went beyond normal. But there is no clear answer.
Back
Only
in
questions.
2020, this cruise ship
and
was
more
on its way to
questions.
Ireland when it ran
And
into
maybe
some
that is
pretty
why
heavy
these
waves.
moments are so powerful. Not because they prove something specific, but because they challenge what we believe is possible. They sit in that strange space
Back in
between reality
2016,
and imagination,
these people were hiking in
where nothing
Argentina
is
when they
fully
realized
confirmed
that they were in a
and
really
nothing
bad
is
spot.
completely denied. So as you continue watching these unbelievable captures, remember this.
Back in
Not everything that looks
2018, this massive
impossible
mudslide in
is
Switzerland was
necessarily
caught
fake.
coming down a mountain.
And not everything that looks normal is completely understood. Because sometimes reality itself has moments that feel like errors. Moments that make you stop, think, and question everything you thought you knew. And the most unsettling part, some of these moments are still happening. Right now. Somewhere in the world. Being captured. One frame at a time. And the most unsettling part,
In 2023,
some of
this
these
driver
moments
in
are still
China was
happening.
almost hit by these falling rocks.
right now. Somewhere in the world. Being captured. One frame at a time. And what if, just what if,
In
What we call
2014, this
impossible
volcano exploded in Papua
is
New
only
Guinea and it
impossible
created a
because
huge shockwave.
we have not understood the rules behind it? Because the more you look into these recordings, the more you start noticing a pattern. Not a clear one, not something obvious, but something subtle. A repetition of the unexplainable across different
On
places,
November 30th,
different times,
2018, a
different people,
7.0 earthquake
all
hit
sharing the
Alaska.
same strange feeling that something, somewhere, is not behaving the way it should. In one recording, everything seems calm enough, a normal environment, a normal moment in time. People are unaware, and in that tiny fraction of a second, something crosses the scene that doesn't seem to belong to it.
This I know
It is
way to
not
work.
dramatic,
This is what
it
the
is not
morning commute
loud,
looked like
it
for
is just
people
wrong
driving
in a way
into
that
Los
is hard to
Angeles back in
explain.
December
And the
2017.
moment it appears, it disappears just as quickly, leaving only doubt behind. And doubt is more
Back
powerful
in
than certainty
2019,
when it
this
comes to
giant
things like
landslide
this.
happened in China.
Because certainty gives answers, but doubt keeps you watching. As more footage is analyzed, a strange realization begins to form. These moments
About
don't
12
happen
months ago,
randomly
a
in the
super
way
intense
we
tornado
assume.
went past this guy.
They seem to cluster around specific environments, specific angles, specific conditions where light, motion, and timing align in a way that almost feels intentional, as if something is waiting for the perfect moment to reveal itself, and then immediately hides again. But the question remains, what is it hiding from? And why does it always feel like the camera is the only witness? There is another recording that takes things even further. At first, nothing unusual. A simple static scene. Disturbing thought of all begins to form quietly.
This volcano in
background of your
Indonesia erupted and created some of the
What if these
craziest
are not
volcano lightning
accidents?
you will ever see.
What if these are not glitches? What if these are intentional but not for us to understand? And as soon as that thought appears, another recording surfaces. This one is different,
Nebraska had some pretty
because
crazy
of what
tornadoes
happens,
earlier this year.
but because of how calm it feels before it happens. There is a silence in the moment that feels unnatural. Not quiet like peace,
Back
but
in
quiet like
2019, a
anticipation.
super rare event
As
happened
if
that
the
allowed
environment
parts
itself
of
is
Southern
holding its breath.
California to receive snow.
Then it happens. A brief distortion. A break in continuity so small that it would be missed if not watched closely.
And they
once
also got to
seen,
experience what snow
It
lightning
becomes
is like.
impossible
Got
to
my umbrella,
ignore.
but I know I'm gonna get wet.
Something
Look up,
passes
like,
through the frame that
our
does not
street
behave like
is
anything
starting
familiar.
to flood.
Not fully visible.
Imagine
What you are looking at is not just fire, and not just molten rock. It is something far more powerful. Something that comes from deep inside the Earth itself. A force so intense that everything in its path simply disappears, as if it never existed. Lava is not alive, but it moves like it is. Slow, unstoppable, and silent in its own deadly way. It does not chase, it does not rush. It simply takes over everything it touches. Rock turns into liquid. Land turns into nothing. And even the strongest structures lose their...
Started coming inside the home. He left something outside in the rain and had to go get it. His house in Illinois. This hailstorm in Texas was so intense that the About 7 months ago, these people in China were dealing with some pretty crazy wind. Here's another rock slide video that happened in China in 2023.